You're having yourself me and
a merry little Christmas. Let the Yuletide.
You never. I have to, and it needs to be studied. Your favorite songs that you've listened to for years, you butcher.
From now on, our troubles will be miles away.
All right. You're fucking this.
Yeah.
Welcome to Soft Launch, episode 73.
Yes. Is it? I thought it was 74.
This is 73, no?
All right. Well, who knows?
Yeah, 73.
So.
Don't ever fucking speak to me like that again while I'm doing my magical intro. I had a nice rhyme queued up and I won't even do it. Yeah. And it's going to have to save for 83 now.
Yeah, what was it?
I honestly forgot. But I'm JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
And this is the Soft Launch Podcast. We're here. We're back for another illustrious episode.
Yes.
It is Tuesday. We usually record on Mondays. I'm going to have to get this all up and out tonight. So why are we standing on ceremony? Let's just hop right in to our very first segment.
One thing about we.
And what's one thing about you this week, Boo?
One thing about me is I am so geared up for the holiday season. Yeah. Which means I'm depressed.
Yeah.
The holiday season's coming to an end and I'm sad.
Yeah. Samantha Santos, if you're new here, Samantha Santos' favorite time of the year is the holiday season.
It is.
And it is also the time of the year that she is most depressed because since it is your favorite season, the looming reality that it will end on Christmas Day is too sobering. The dread of it ending is greater than the joy of it being here.
It's true. And it's true. It's so, I'm already like, next week it's all over.
Yeah.
Like next week on this time, it's Christmas Eve. And you're going to catch me in the bathroom crying a couple times. Yeah. Yeah, because it's all over.
Yeah. One thing about Santa Claus, much like other men on planet Earth, he comes too fast.
Yeah.
All right? Because he's coming the whole Christmas season and then boom, he was already here.
And he was already here. And I just missed all of the fun.
Yeah, he was already here and there's shit on my face. And he came too quick.
Came here and he ate my cookie. Yeah, which I liked. You understand?
Yeah, and he had a bunch of white stuff all over his mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid comes and then he's gone before Samantha can fully
climax
before she can finish.
Yeah. I'm just so sad.
Yeah. Can I ask what changes would you make to the holiday season to make you feel better? Because no matter what, it has to end. Because if it goes on for too long, you don't get the feeling that it's coming.
Yeah. So if I could change anything, it would be I would add another 3 weeks.
Another 3 weeks.
Another 3 weeks. Oh, the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
I also need that for Christmas gifts. Like I can't. It's come up too quick. I haven't ordered enough.
Well, don't get me started on that part of the holiday season because we're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah.
So,
it's your presence is a present.
You know what I think you would enjoy, honestly? I think if Santa took a page out of most performers' books and like did an encore, like if Santa had like a day where he came back and it wasn't about gifts or like he came back and maybe we gave gifts to Santa or something like that. Just another excuse to keep the tree up and fucking do the whole thing, the music.
Yeah.
And it'll be another chapter in the story of Christmas. I think that would really do something for you because it would give you time to process the end of the big part.
Yeah.
And like more peacefully, because we don't really have a transition out.
We don't have a transition out. It's supposed to be 12 days of Christmas, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's also all in the lead up.
Yeah.
But
no one's buying me 2 turtle doves.
Yeah, nobody's buying.
You know what I mean?
A golden star. They gave you that whole second version.
5 golden rings.
Yeah, is it 5 golden rings?
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Nobody's planting pear trees anymore.
No.
The only pears in our life are fucking grizzly.
Yeah.
And they don't pay us much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think we need a Christmas transition.
I think we need 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah?
I think we need 12 days of Christmas.
Wouldn't 12 days of Christmas be the 12 days before Christmas?
I would like that, but they are 12 days after.
Are they? Is that what it is?
Yeah, boo.
Oh.
The 25th is the first day of Christmas.
Is that the first day of Christmas? Oh, yeah. So but the 12 days of Christmas, they don't include Santa at that point. I feel like Santa is the big thing for me.
Santa is the big thing for me. Yeah. Santa has always been the big thing for me.
And also, if we're going to do, well, I guess then maybe we have to amend Andy Williams' version as the main version because the original gifts for the 12 Days of Christmas are nightmares.
Well, even Andy Williams is
animal cruelty. Andy Williams' whole different thing. Much more attainable.
What are the Reggies?
Okay, First Day of Christmas, Children Partridge, Turtle Doves.
Yeah,
that's tough.
What does Andy Williams say?
2 Jingle Bells.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, candy canes. 2 candy canes.
Yeah, he does.
A golden star. Not 5 golden rings, just a golden star. 5 golden rings in this economy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, are those are they lab growing gold now? Or am I getting this from Canal Street?
Yeah, wow, Andy ahead of his time.
Andy had a very cost-efficient 12 days.
Andy Williams has the best 2 Christmas albums of all time. If he's not, well, you know him because it's the most wonderful.
But
it is a good song, but not his best. He's got so many good ones.
Okay, I mean, All I Want for Christmas Is You versus It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Which is better? Which is more iconic?
Okay, if I'm being honest,
yeah.
All I Want for Christmas Is You is not really. I don't really like it that much.
I know, but that's because it's gotten too much hype.
No. I never did. Please. I had Mariah Carey's album when it came out.
Yeah.
I knew All I Wanted for Christmas I knew that for years.
Yeah.
She's got better songs on that album.
Of course.
But I think Most Wonderful Time. It's classic. It's not about love.
Yeah.
It's just about the season. That's what it's about.
No, that's true. The messaging is better. That's true. I mean, the Most Wonderful Time of the Year is super. If it's not the most iconic holiday season song, it's number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right up there. But yeah, Andy Williams is, I mean, nobody can argue that he's the greatest holiday singer of all time. He's made he didn't have a career outside of it.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He had the Andy Williams variety show.
Name one song.
Moon River.
What the fuck is that?
The song that Frank Ocean redid that I've told you about.
Damn, you did tell me that.
Every time.
But what song, what was the Frank Ocean song?
Moon River.
But nobody knows that song.
Yeah, they do. That was Jesse and Jack's wedding song. People know that song.
Oh. Andy Williams was a fucking hack. He didn't have shit for Christmas, and if it wasn't the holiday season, nobody ever fucking listened to him.
Yeah, you take those shots back.
Yeah.
Take those shots back immediately.
Sorry, Andy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's dead. The poor
kid. But as soon as it's fucking December 26th... You can suck my fucking dick! Yeah, the only Andy I acknowledge is Cohen.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, but anyway, so holiday season is upon me, which means I have now seasonal depression.
Yeah.
But what is keeping me excited for the holiday season is that me and you are taking a super adult move.
Yeah.
And we are hosting Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah, that's
right. Which seems to be news to you.
Yeah. I was like,
the way you just reacted to that, you're like, are we?
What are you talking about? What have you fucking volunteered us for? I'm not making cookies with your nieces. No, I'm kidding. But we are. We're hosting our first little. It's a soft host.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna host a Christmas Eve for some of my family.
Yeah.
Not the whole family, because even though they think that they might be ready to all be in the same place, guess who's not? Your boy. Because I don't care if you guys have healed. I haven't. All right? And sometimes I like to keep things a little separate.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not ready. No, I'm kidding. That's not what it is. We just don't have the space or the chairs.
Yeah.
Or we don't have the, what's the word?
We do not have the capacity.
We do not have the capacity. We don't have the facilities yet.
Yeah.
You know, next year, we just fucking got here. Yeah. All right. It's gonna be. It's
also our first time hosting, and I'm gonna be doing all the cooking, and it's just a lot to have a bunch of people
off top, and we already have the infrastructure was the word. We don't have the infrastructure to house all the people yet.
Yeah.
But next year we will.
And we don't have a running dishwasher.
Yeah.
So we do. He's right here.
Yeah, it's your boy. Yeah. But no, 100%. We're hosting. This is gonna be my first holiday hosting. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, that's right. Which is crazy to me. I feel like
why?
No, because you love hosting and you love the holidays.
Yeah, but my family kind of bogarts the whole thing.
Yeah.
They kind of are like, we're doing it, and it's like, well, what am I going to say? Well, in my family, if you don't have kids, you don't rank.
Yeah, that's true. You know what this is kind of like? This is kind of like, and this is not a reference you'll understand, but like when a basketball player changes teams because he wants a bigger role.
Yeah.
Like you've traded yourself to my family because you can come in and kind of, we're doing something.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a little vacuum when it comes to my life. But your family has too many cooks in the kitchen, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
we love to cook.
You got to leave so you can be so you can run the bear.
Yeah.
That's what
so I'm going to be making, so we're trying to, anyone who doesn't know, like there's an Italian tradition, it's Feast of the Seven Fishes. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to cook 7 fishes. Those fishes can suck my dick.
Yeah, you're not going to cook 7 fishes because fucking my sister doesn't even eat seafood.
Yeah. So we're going to make one meat dish. And Tara's going to hell. And But I'm gonna make some other seafood stuff. I just haven't really decided on the menu yet, and I probably should start honing in on exactly what I want to make.
I thought we'd been decided it.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we're not really a part of that decision. You bitch, what are you making?
I don't know. I haven't decided.
The last thing you sent me looked good.
Yeah, I know, but
let's do that.
I'm not in love with it yet. I'm not in love with the menu yet, but I will.
Does the menu have to be something you're in love with?
Absolutely. I'm making it, and I'm hosting for the first time, so I have to be proud of what I'm making.
Oh, I'm just realizing now that we're going to argue.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Fucking just make it.
If you ruin my Christmas Eve by making it feel like when I was growing up, because make no mistake, we hosted Christmas Eve, and every Christmas Eve by at least 2 p.m., we were screaming at each other on top of not me and my brother, just my mom and my dad. Yeah. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not doing this next year. And then the next year, same thing. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Go and get me my clams, please.
What would there? I mean, obviously the argument it started in your mother's childhood. That's where that argument started. But what would trigger those arguments?
I mean, anything.
Yeah.
Every year, a different thing. It could nothing. I mean, you really anything. Yeah. It's I feel my mom. What I've now realized is that my mom has horrendous anxiety.
Yes.
So when she's hosting, her anxiety is at an all-time high. Yeah. So it could be you passed her in the kitchen and you bumped elbows with her, and it's you did that on fucking purpose.
Yeah. Did you ever?
No one here respects me.
Did you ever watch it begin?
Every time.
From nothing to something. What was the smallest thing you ever remember?
This one started at breakfast.
Yeah.
My brother was on antibiotics and he got an allergic reaction to them, and we didn't realize it. He was eating breakfast on Christmas Eve.
How old were you?
I don't know. 13, 14.
So he's 17 now.
Yeah, but he has his little wife beater on, and when he turned to get something, he had hives all on his back. And my mom was like, "You're allergic to your medication." And my brother was like, "What?" And she's like, you're allergic to your antibiotics. Yeah. That's a sign of it. And then he was like, "Oh, okay." And then she was like, we got to take him to emergency. And my dad was like, "Mamie, calm down. We'll get whatever." And what you don't tell somebody is to calm down.
Yeah, not if you want them to relax.
Yeah. So it just became a whole thing "Oh, I'm always wrong." And then it just... you would have thought my brother was an infant. My mom was scared he was going to die or something. And it was he can go by himself because he's grown. Yeah. And whatever he had to do, he just get it changed. And I think he ended up just calling. They just called in a prescription and he ended up picking up another one.
Everything was fine.
It was totally fine, but that was such a giant fight. Biggest fight ever, though. And I won't go into all the details because it still sort something for me.
Yeah, but it still hasn't been fully resolved.
Yeah. I wanted...
Same reason we don't bring up Pete Davidson. I was just kidding. Oh my God. Fucking relax. I think that was funny, and it was. Continue.
Yeah. Biggest fight we ever got into was on Christmas Eve. I wanted to go to my friend's house for a second.
And how old were you?
18. Not a joke. Not a joke. And my brother would always leave on Christmas Eve. We would have a party on Christmas Eve, and my brother would go, to all the women that he was seeing and give the gifts to their babies. Yeah, I wish I was joking, and I'm not. He had to deliver presents he was Santa Claus.
He had to deliver presents. He had to deliver coquito, and he had to drop up a couple chocolate chip pancakes.
You understand?
Exactly. What it is.
Exactly. So he would always leave. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go hang out. So I'm gonna go see it, but I'll be back. No biggie." And my mom was like, "You're not going anywhere." And I was like, "What?" It was because it was almost "Hey, I'm not asking."
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's where I'm going.
I'm gonna head out for I'll be back in an hour. It wasn't gonna be a long thing.
Where did you want to go?
To my friend's house. People in the neighborhood were always having whatever, so I was just gonna stop by. And my mom made it a giant big deal about it. Became a huge fight.
Yeah.
We were screaming. I was crying. It was a huge thing. I obviously didn't go to anybody's house. Yeah. So I was crying all day.
But your brother did?
Yeah. All the time.
Did you try to leave at the same time?
I tried. Here's the thing. I was being a good kid because I was early in the day before anybody came. They were setting up. I was "Hey, later on, I'm going to go."
Oh, you put the heads up out there.
Yeah. And my mom was like, "No, you're not." And then I was like, "What?" And then it became this huge thing. It turned into obviously an argument about nothing about that. It was just you're always so disrespectful. It was just nuts. I remember some reason my mom bringing up my high school boyfriend, and I'm like, she wanted me to be with it. It became a whole thing.
Yeah.
It became this whole thing, like that I've never been the same after that, and I'm nasty, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We got into a huge fight. Obviously didn't say that, but like we got into a huge fight, and I had been crying, and then, I'd been crying all day. Yeah. So by the time people came, everybody could tell I was crying. And one thing my mom doesn't like is a scene.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, Samantha, are you okay? And that every person that asked bothered my mom more and more and more. You could just tell she was going to bubble up at some point. Yeah. So I'm like fine at this point, but you can't, if you've been crying all day, you really can't.
Your eyes are going to be puffy.
It's going to be puffy. It's just what it is. I'm having a good time. Yeah. I actually have a picture from that day of me and Michelle, my god sister. And when everybody left, I mean, my mom was like, and you fucking made a scene. And it became a huge thing, and the argument went into Christmas, worst Christmas of my life. It was really, really bad. Michael was with Amanda at that time, first time they were together. Yeah. And it was a huge thing. I didn't even go with them to Christmas. Oof. Yeah, it was a huge thing. But I love the Christmas. I love Christmas. Yeah.
Well, that's important for me to hear, because now I know when we get into a fight on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, it will be your fault because of unresolved trauma. Because I have no like really crazy big bad memories from that time, so I can't be projecting.
You can't be doing anything wrong.
No. I could make a mistake, but it doesn't matter because you will be triggered.
Yeah, no mistake. Yeah. I already foresee it's going to be me cooking. I'm going to be huffing and puffing, and you're just going to be laughing at your group chat. Yeah. And I'm going to be like, can you get off your fucking phone and fucking help me in the kitchen? I'm doing everything on my fucking phone.
Yeah, and if you don't think my first sentence to you when you start doing that is going to be, and this is the problem. And this is what I'm fucking talking about.
You understand?
No. That's funny. We're gonna have a good Christmas. It's gonna be fun. Everything's gonna go well.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited. Honestly, it's gonna be therapeutic for my dad because he's been so sad about
your grandma.
Yeah, exactly. And we did always used to do Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it here because I knew you did it here, so I was like, oh, it'll be nice.
Yeah, this is gonna be his grace. Like his grace period, Christmas Eve, and then we're gonna start fucking making some fucking changes around
this fucking place.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's exciting. It's an exciting thing. It's an exciting time, and to add to that exciting time, one thing about me is my fucking foot's all better. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm walking without my pimp limp. I feel great. My toe is finally back, fully mended. Yes. I'm wearing sneakers again.
You are?
It's just nice, man. The hardest part about having a broken toe was only being able to wear one of my, like, Jordans. Yeah. And people only thought I was, like, half as fresh as I was. I'm like, no, you guys don't fucking understand.
You don't know. I definitely got another pair.
I definitely got another fucking... I got one for my right foot, too. Although I will say it would be a smart thing for, like, poor parents to only get one shoe and then just put their kid in the boot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just hire a couple people to break their fucking toe.
They don't even got to break it. Just get them the boot. The boot's cheaper than the Jordan. Yeah. Just fucking get one boot. Be like, oh, you would have two, but you're hurt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just fucking fully Gypsy Rose them. Gypsy Rose his toes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. For the Jordans, you got to do what you got to do. But man, my toes is all healthy. Shout out to Total Podiatry.
Yeah.
274 Madison Avenue.
Yeah, that fucking slut.
Shout out to Dr. Lubin, doing God's work on my dislocated toe. Everything's all good, and now we don't got to see it no more.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. I know Samantha saw me.
Yeah, because Dr. Lubin could suck my dick. Yeah. Yeah. I saw JC going in today.
I knew it.
Fresh. He went all cutesy. I was just going to see that I'm wearing cool sneakers.
No, you fucking dumb broad. I went and I walked your dog for about 2 hours in the morning, and I saw it was one of the nicest days of the month.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I was like, well, I can't wear a beanie. It's too hot for that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to wear my hat. Yeah, and then this is the outfit that I wore, and it was nice.
She went in to check your toe, and you had no pants on. You were like, is this okay?
Yeah, this is normal, right? Just going, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Going in, because they give you the big smock when you need an x-ray.
Yeah.
The big smock, and I just got fully naked.
You're fully naked under there?
Smocked up. Just cock under the smock. Just kidding. No, but my foot is healed, and it feels better to not.
Can you move it? Don't do it, but can you?
Yeah,
no!
I don't know why you're being so
weird. Because I can't. I just can't look at it.
I got socks on.
I know.
Why does it skeeve you so much?
It doesn't skeeve me. I get nervous because it's broken and it's a bone.
It's not broken. It was dislocated and now it's located.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything's fine. Just got to take it easy. Have to take it easy on the sports. If you're in your 30s and you still play sports, you're a fucking idiot.
No, that's not true.
If you're doing it for the love of the game and not for the exercise of it, fucking grow up, bud. You're not going to the NBA.
Don't all of your friends play like...
I'm talking to them. Motherfuckers going to the rec center to hoop. Bud, go on a treadmill.
Some people like to play sports.
Yeah, and I'm saying it's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. You're going to hurt yourself out there, dude. You can hurt yourself walking these days.
You can.
Dog, you
can hurt yourself on a city bike.
For real. But no. No, my foot's better. It feels better. I like that I can wear sneakers again.
Yeah.
That's good. But what's replacing my toe is the fucking... if you guys have noticed, I've entered a hat era, and it's because my dandruff is not controlled.
Yeah. We got to figure something out. If somebody
Holy shit. If anybody
knows a dermatologist.
Knows either a dermatologist or has a fucking at-home remedy for
you're beyond that. I've never seen anything like it.
Me neither.
We have done
It's gotten progressively worse.
We've done everything.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, he will wash his hair on Monday, and by like Tuesday night, he's flaked out.
Flaked up. I fucking bathe in apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Don't even know what it does. At this point, I think my hair's gotten used to it.
Yeah.
Like the flake is evolving. Mm-hmm. But dandruff is a thing that I'm in my older age. I'm trying to not be embarrassed by it. But I remember being younger and like if people knew you had dandruff, it was like such a thing.
Yeah, it was.
And I remember like when I had some dandruff flakes on my shirt, and I was probably like in middle school or high school. It's like, oh, you have dandruff? I was like, it's not dandruff, it's a flaky scalp. And they're like, that's what dandruff is, buddy. And I was like, oh my God. I was so fucking embarrassed.
Yeah, I remember I had to tell you because you were like something about something. I was like, yeah, well, it's like dry. It's like when you have dry skin and it peels.
Yeah.
And you were like, huh.
I didn't know what it was, or even when I said flaky scalp, I'm pretty sure that's something that I said because my mom said that. You know what I mean? Because one thing about me and my mom, I remember seeing Selsun Blue shampoo in our shower as a kid. And I'm like,
Head and Shoulders?
Yeah, I'm like, my mom probably has dandruff too.
Yeah,
which is, we're just susceptible. We're susceptible people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was always so embarrassed by it, and my flakes are wild.
Yeah, your flakes are wild. Also, your scalp gets super red.
Yeah.
And itchy.
I remember teaching. The kids would see it if I was 4 days after wash day, and they would be like, "Oh, Mr. Mendoza has dandruff," and I'd be like, "I don't care. You want some?" Because I'm not gonna be embarrassed to kids about anything. You know what I mean?
And you came home and cried.
Yeah, to you because they hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to school and not get offended by what kids said because I was healed. I just know how to put on a brave
face now.
I'm a comic, so I know what not to do.
Yeah.
What you can't do is let them know it's working.
Yeah.
But I come home and I cry.
Of course.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing when they're fucking calling me a KKK member in my group chat. It hurts my feelings, and they do it because they know it works. But I got to put on a brave face.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But the dandruff. So if you have any dandruff remedies, fucking help out because I fucking need it.
Yeah.
If Santa Claus could come by and bring a fucking Head and Shoulders, I'd be fucking eternally grateful.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because we've tried everything. We've done like at-home remedies. We've done expensive stuff, and like it works for just a second, and then it doesn't anymore.
And then stronger.
From what I've read, that's kind of the thing.
What?
That like you're gonna have this.
It's chronic.
Well, you have to go to the dermatologist. You might have to be on something.
Yeah.
Like
I always forget to ask the HIMSS people when I'm there. I think I probably did an episode on it. And
you should just email them.
Yeah, I will. I'll just be like, hey, do you guys have anything for dandruff? I'm fucking struggling over here. And I think my hairline's thinning and I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. I forgot to press the timer. I have no idea how long we've been talking. So whatever time you guys get on this episode, it's just what you're gonna get. You're gonna get, but you're gonna get something good because we're here. We're in a good mood. We're having a good time. And I say that, but I only mean me. Samantha feels terrible. Her stomach hurts. Her fucking teeth are killing her. Everything is in pain. And
my teeth feel fine.
She's taking a page out of the JC playbook. She's putting on a brave face for you guys.
Yeah, I'm putting on a brave face. I am on antibiotics that are making me very nauseous. As we were sitting here right now, I'm like, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but we're gonna power through this episode for you guys because we love you. And with that being said, we're gonna move into our next segment where we're gonna talk about some things that have been going on in the world, headlines that we've been seeing that we want to talk to you guys about in our segment called
Aight So Boom.
And the first thing that Samantha was very excited to talk about,
I don't
Papoose,
remember. Oh, yeah.
Papoose and Remy Ma A lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
Can you please explain what's going on?
Okay.
And from your perspective.
So, you know, if you know Papoose and Remy Ma, they were like the poster people for Black Love.
Yeah.
I believe he started that whole thing. Like his hat said Black Love on it. He like made money on it. Yeah, it was like a big thing. He like talked about it on Love and Hip Hop.
Also, Papoose, before you get started, you have to understand for me, Papoose at one point, and I don't know if this was a general New York thing or if it was just my specific grade in Valley Stream.
Loved him.
We were convinced he was the best rapper alive.
And everybody did.
Yeah, okay, like, so that wasn't just me.
I remember my brother being like, yo, you don't know, he's so sick with it. And then, like, he just never had his moment.
Alphabetical Slaughter? Do you remember that?
No, I was never. Papoose does not make music for me.
Dog, there were two really big songs for me.
Yeah.
Alphabetical Slaughter and, or Alphabet Slaughter, whatever it's called, and Riding Shotgun Dirty, which is a song with Papoose, Chamillionaire, and Paul Wall, I believe. And it's just...
Well, it sounds like it's a terrible song.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it is, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
When it came out. It was... It got an iOS update that made it worse. Gave it more bugs. But Papoose was legitimately the best rapper alive.
That's what everybody would say, but for me, it's like, yeah, okay, I got a little fat butt.
Yeah.
My shorty told me that he liked it like that.
Remy Ma, as time has passed, people realize that she was always really fucking good.
She really was.
Way
but she
better
also
than you remember.
Doesn't really make music for me. I mean, she's had a couple of, you know... Like her verse and Lean Back, iconic. And if you're a fucking DJ, let me speak to the DJs.
Yeah, let them know. And
you cut that fucking song before Remy Ma's verse, you're a clown, get a real job. Because everybody knows that's the best verse.
That's the best part.
And I can't tell you how many times I've been out and I'm like ready to fucking rap the whole thing. And then they'll cut it and they put another song on. I'm like, no one listens to Lean Back for Fat Joe's verse.
No. You listen to Lean Back for the chorus. That's what you're listening to.
No, you listen to it. Shut the fuck up. You listen to it for Remy Ma's verse. There's no yes.
Samantha, in the ranking of the most important things to that song, the chorus is number 1. Remy Ma's verse is number 2.
Not in my world.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb. You're so stupid. You think because you don't like line dances that they're not important? Buddy, they're the meat and potatoes of a party.
I lean back.
Of course you lean back. Everybody fucking leans back. And the only time you do it is in the fucking chorus.
Yeah.
Okay? Remy Ma is the best verse. You need the chorus.
We should have recorded when it was earlier because you keep your voice down. Yeah. Keep your fucking tone down when you're talking to me. You're going to end up like Papoose. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, that's funny.
Remy and Papoose were like poster couple for Black Love.
Yeah,
they were on Love and Hip Hop and they were the most unproblematic. Like their biggest issue on the show was that like Papoose really wanted a baby and Remy wasn't sure if it was gonna like slow down her career.
Yeah.
And they ended up having a little Remy. They have a little Reminisce.
Was that the name of the child?
They named her Remy. Yeah, same name.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They fully swapped gender roles.
Yeah. Total ridiculous choice of a name because it's like Remy made it work.
Yeah.
But that was, the world was against her with that name.
Yeah.
But they totally switched. He was totally okay with like taking the back seat. And it always felt to me that she was in less love with him.
Yeah.
Like even when I watched it, like it was always cute and I liked it, but I always be like, I think she thinks he's corny.
Yeah.
And he was like, he really like loved his wife. Like when she would be killing it. Like I remember when she had her comeback and was it a song that came out with Fat Joe?
I can't remember. Man.
Yes, you do.
All the way up.
All the way up.
Yeah.
It was like a huge thing, and they were on Love and Hip at the time, and like you get to see like Papoose be like, so proud.
Yeah.
There was actually a meme that went around when her and Nikki had their back and forth, and then what did she do? What was it? Sheether. And like I remember it was a meme of Papoose like smiling, like Papoose watching her record the song.
He's saying some horrible shit.
Yeah. He like absolutely adored her, and there's been rumors the last couple of years that she's been cheating on him.
Yeah, with another rapper, with a battle rapper.
Yeah, who I have no fucking clue he is.
Me neither, honestly.
And you know, I've gone on their page a million times, and I'm like, I don't know, it kind of seems they're still together, like. But they haven't really posted each other in a long time.
Yeah.
But I see like he's in her likes sometimes, so I'm like, okay, maybe they're just not posting each other.
Yeah.
Now, last week, Remy starts posting. Like, she's never confirmed that.
Yeah, I thought it was. I've been seeing that for so long that I thought it was confirmed, and I just missed the saga of their divorce.
Me too, and I thought they were being mature, and not talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, they are not mature.
Yeah, mind you, whole time.
Come to find out.
Yeah.
So, Papoose has apparently moved on.
Yeah.
And is dating is it a boxer or a UFC fighter?
Boxer.
A boxer. And not pretty. which I like more.
I couldn't tell you what she looks like.
Not that she's not pretty. I wouldn't, not
classically beautiful.
Not classically beautiful, but also just like absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
Like she's like really buff.
Yeah.
Like not sexy is what I would say.
Not sexy in a traditional sense. Yeah.
So I'm like, first thing I'm like, damn, because I thought he would be with.
She's sexy to you. From what
if she was in a porn and eating out another girl. Yeah. If she was eating another girl, I'm on board. But she's with Papoose, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So make no mistake, Papoose does look like a butch.
Yeah. And to be fair, that kind of does confirm what Remy Ma ended up saying. Yeah, you know that girl is eating him out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. So
didn't mean to spoil that.
Yeah. So anyway, Remy posted like text messages last week, and it was it was a text message from Papoose and this girl, and it was like their text messages together, and like Remy just went and posted everything, basically saying that Papoose is having this relationship even though that they're married. Then Papoose. Yeah.
So Remy Ma was the first person to be like, yo, Papoose is in a whole nother relationship.
Yeah, she posted it like what?
Whole time, literally whole time, 2 years in to make that a whole affair with a battle rapper.
Papoose posted one thing, ended up deleting it like pretty quickly after he posted it, but he posted a picture of Remy last Christmas with this dude.
Yeah.
By a Christmas tree, like matching pajamas type shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, while I was with our daughter on Christmas Day, this is what Remy was doing. And he's been trying to divorce her, but I guess she didn't want it to come out because she thought she would look bad.
Yeah.
She won't go forward.
She won't grant him the divorce.
She won't grant him the divorce and like won't move, like she won't like work with him, and he doesn't want to be a part of his daughter's life and all that stuff. So she's been kind of keeping him there hostage, as so he says.
Yeah.
And
like they're married on paper, but they're not together.
They're not moving like they're married. But she didn't know he was seeing somebody else, and so now she's acting like he played me, and she's like,
"What an idiot!" That's not idiot, but like the hubris to actually be having a full affair and be the reason why your marriage isn't failing, or be the reason why your marriage is failing, and just waiting for the other person to get a new relationship so you can go to people who already know that you're cheating to be like, you see. That's crazy.
And then me and my sister-in-law like love and hip hop. So like I texted her, I'm like, have you seen this shit going on? I'm like, not me on the man side. I hate that for me.
No, but Papoose is not. He's more than a man.
Yeah, and then I also hate the fact that like he is been so secure in his manhood that like Remy is obviously the breadwinner, and he's been super secure in that. And the first thing she does is like, I make the money.
Yeah, you don't got
I make the money. I'm the one with the bag. All this stuff. And then like what you were saying is this corny thing that some women do, especially it feels like in the rap community specifically.
Well, it's rap community, it's a minority community.
In the minority community, they will like when they break up, they'll be like, yeah, and you like your ass ate
every single time.
Yeah, or you like a finger in your butt, and it's like, all right, babe, and you did it. So what are we talking about? And also like, okay, and
it's also like, yo, the whole time, it's like, bro, the whole time you thought I was gay when you was doing that?
Yeah.
Like, you were judging me that whole time? I thought we were being intimate sexually.
Yeah, it's just so weird to me because it's like, I don't know. I think when you break up, like you want to talk shit about the person, whatever, I guess, right? But I think when you get to start talking about like intimate details, for me, it's too much.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. I also think it's weird when you're married and you have a kid that you go
and
on.
Then you start saying all that shit.
Exactly. They're gonna grow up and see it. And I remember Papoose. That's what Papoose like. He posted the thing about Remy, and then he took it down. He was like, "I'm choosing to not put anything because we're gonna have to explain this to our daughter at one day."
Yeah.
It just shows that he's just a woman in the relationship. No, it's just showing that he did like his ass ate.
100% he did. 100%. Everything that Remy Ma said about Papoose is true. It's just like there's also nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Papoose and Remy Ma, like I came to the realization as you were talking, like they fully swapped traditional gender roles.
Yeah.
In every sense of, not only did she the breadwinner and she was like less emotionally invested and ended up stepping out.
Yeah.
Papoose held her down while she was in jail.
Married her over the phone
the whole time. Papoose was not only a woman, but he's a woman from a Tyler Perry movie.
In a bad wig. You
understand? You understand? It's like he legitimately lived a stereotypical woman experience.
Yeah, he really did.
And
so am I on the man's side?
No. You're on the protagonist side.
Yeah.
And we're in the part of the movie where it's hard for him right now, but he's gonna meet another person. They're gonna be really into God, or in this part, really into their fucking fists.
Yeah.
And he's gonna meet somebody that can protect him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, Remy was talking about like, I could fight, and it's like, babe, you would lose this one.
You get watch the fuck. You can't.
She's like a gold medalist.
No, dog. You can't beat up professional boxers. Like you can't. That's not real.
What does she think? She's Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Which
no,
one is it?
both of them do it. Both of them, that's good, but they actually fight for real.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like
crazy for Remy to think she's a white man.
I'm saying, like, all right, Remy, if you really dedicate fucking 5-10 years of your life to boxing, then I'll fucking start to believe you. But like Logan Paul, at this point, it'd be like me saying that I could beat up Jake Paul.
Yeah,
you know, but he's a boxer at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just a guy.
Yeah,
but it's fully swapped. I think it's just so crazy that, like, it's so. I want more for humanity than to, like, you know, you want equality between men and women, of course, right? You want. You don't want there to be gender roles. And you love seeing a woman be the breadwinner and have a husband who's fully supporting that. And I hate for the demise of that to just play out at the same way that every other stereotypical thing does, just with them swapped.
Yeah.
It's like, more. Let's do more. Let's be better. Let's break up toxically different, but it's always the same.
It's always the same.
It's always about fingers and butts.
Always.
And
like, I'm the one with the bag.
Let me guess, the pussy was whack. Let me guess, his dick was small. Like, come on, man. You love this person.
Yeah.
You made a kid. We don't believe you when you say that.
Exactly. So anyway, it was sad for me because I really did like them together and I was rooting for them, but whatever. It's
Remy
fine.
Ma also,
Papoose till I die.
Remy Ma, I will say, maybe after Roman Reigns, greatest fake teeth. Or do hers look terrible?
No. Hers look great. Hers look great.
Hers look great. Maybe some of the best, like, dentures. Dentures?
No. Dentures are what, like, 90-year-old people use?
Veneers. Veneers. I had a brain fart.
Fucking dentures.
I had a brain fart. Fucking go fuck a battle rapper about it. She looks great.
She looks great.
She looks great.
She looks
Time
fantastic.
has done her well, and she's talented. I'm sure they'll both be fine. I would never listen to Papoose music anymore. He had his moment in past, but I could see a lifestyle influencer situation coming for Papoose.
Maybe. I mean, he has tried to do an album, like a Black Love album.
I'm not gonna listen to.
No one listened to that,
and not because it's Black Love. I love Black Love. I'm just not gonna listen to Papoose. It's fucking almost 2025.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, David and the gays have tuned out of this podcast because they're like, who the fuck is that? Yeah.
No, but that's still loving hip hop. Gays love loving hip hop, no?
No.
Isn't there a guy with a BBL on there? On Loving Hip Hop?
Yeah. But it has nothing to do with gays. It's just, this is trash TV, and I watch it and stuff. I know David. I remember one time he came to my house and I was watching VH1. Girl, we got to get you off this VH1.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Watching VH1 so much. But,
all right, well, let's bring the gays back into it. Timothee Chalamét's been on a run, ladies and gentlemen.
You understand?
This kid, let me tell you something about Timothee Chalamet. I have always been a fan.
Yeah.
I love his acting. I think I've seen a good amount of his movies. I think
and you also thought he was from the Bronx.
I thought he was from the Bronx. It's something on Wikipedia said that, which to me, I don't care, but I'm a supportive friend and I got a lot of friends from the Bronx. So sometimes I like to see nice things like happen in the Bronx or come out of the Bronx. So they had Timothee Chalamet. I don't know maybe he was born in a hospital there.
Yeah, who knows?
But he's been on Timothee Chalamet has been on a podcast run that I don't like, can only be rivaled, and you're not going to get this one either, but for the fellas out there, Timothee Chalamet's podcast run right now rivals J.Cole's feature run in like 2018.
I get that reference.
Do you get that one?
No,
of course not. You dumb. Why would you fucking do that? Really funny that you did that. Why would you get me excited? Because I was super thoughtful in the way that I accounted for you not knowing this. Like, I know that. I'm like, oh, are you awesome? No, I'm the fucking.
No, I'm the worst. I'm
the fucking trash bitch that you thought I was. But he's on a fucking run. And I feel like it started with College Game Day. Remember, did you?
Yeah, you told me about that. I didn't see it.
This fucking kid got on College Game Day and was just talking about sports better than anybody that I've heard.
Yeah. Kid's a New York kid,
but he was talking about fucking Jackson State.
Yeah.
Football. I didn't even know they had a football team.
Yeah, it's like you're speaking another language.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I thought that was cool. And then he did Theo Von's podcast.
Yep. Love that.
Which we've seen the clips come out of that. He's been amazing on that. I saw him on fucking Brittany Broski's podcast, which to my fellas out there, that's a guilty pleasure for me.
What is that?
Brittany Broski's the white girl. Okay, you guys all know the meme,
yes.
the kombucha girl.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's everybody knows that, and she has a whole she's fucking hilarious.
She's hilarious.
But I'm embarrassed to tell my friends that I listen to her because she is as white as it gets, but she's very funny.
Yeah.
And he just
speaks
popped up
fluent Spanish.
Oh, that's true. And French.
Yeah.
I think. She's great. And Timothee Chalamet was on her podcast. I'm like, this guy's on a fucking run. Timothee Chalamet's on the podcast run that Kamala Harris should have been on if she wanted to be president of this great nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have followed him. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Maybe he's campaigning.
Maybe he's getting screwed in like that.
Yeah.
So you are a person who is on the record as not caring about Timothee Chalamet.
Well, he's so young.
And not only not caring, but thinking he's ugly and just being apathetic. has seeing him and all these places pop up in fun ways, has that changed because you're a total package person. Yeah. So make no mistake, if Timothee Chalamét does an interview that you like, or he says that he grew up in a place that you can relate to, he becomes attractive.
Yeah.
Is Timothee Chalamét, have you seen anything that's changed your perspective on Timothee Chalamét?
So I will go on record to say, I don't think Timothee Chalamét is attractive because I'm not a fucking predator. He's a child. No. So no, I don't think he's attractive, and there's nothing that he can say that would make me think he's attractive because he does look like a child.
Also, you've never seen a cute kid?
He's like, well, he's not no, I don't. I think he's a super talented kid now that I know who he is. I thought he was Tom Holland forever.
Tom Holland, another talented, handsome kid.
Yeah, but they're not the same person, and I just realized who they were. I just could make the distinction this year. Timothee Chalamét, I think he's super cool, but I don't think he's attractive. I do think he's cooler now because I know he grew up in a Mitchellama. Yeah, I grew up in a Mitchellama.
Is he more attractive now than he was before you found out he lived in a Mitchellama?
He's never been attractive.
Okay. Timothee Chalamét or Colin Jost?
Timothee Chalamét is a kid.
He's like 30.
I don't think he is, but he looks like he's 17, and I truly cannot.
What do you think Ariana Grande is pretty?
It'd have to be Colin Jost, because to me Timothee Chalamét looks he looks like a kid, and for me it's gross. Like but
he's not though.
But he looks to me like a teenager, that's not attractive to me.
I think he looks older than Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande's a fucking baby.
Yeah, I'm not. When have I said I want to have sex with her?
But you think she's pretty?
Yes, but not in a sexual. I'm not like sexually attracted. But I'm saying
is the kid that. But I'm not asking in a sexual way about Timothee Chalamét. I'm asking just general. You can be attracted to somebody that you don't not attract. You can recognize that somebody's attractive without actively wanting to fuck them.
Yes, but Timothee Chalamét is not traditionally good looking. So you're asking me for like a whole package thing that would have to make me be attracted to him, and I'm not attracted to him.
You have ridiculous rules. And I feel like I uncover a new one every time we have one of these.
I really think he looks like a 17-year. I don't. It's like
he looks young, but he's not. I'm saying
I know he's not.
All right. You don't have to be attracted to 17. You know what? Let's not do that.
Lilia, clean that slate.
That's hysterical, and just goes to show the lengths. Guys, you just got a sneak preview of what we're going to argue about on Christmas Eve. 100%. Because I think actually the biggest fight we got into last Christmas was about Pete Davidson.
Well, what are you talking about?
I think I brought it up in front of my family.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and your dad was on my side.
Was he?
Yeah, because everyone was like, "Oh, Colin Jost is just an average-looking white guy," and I was like, "No, you're giving people a pass because he's not an average-looking white guy."
And my dad was like, "The kid's ugly."
Yeah, and then you showed him a picture of that, and then there was a comic that we know that I'm not going to say his name, and I was saying how I think he's one of the ugliest people I've ever seen, and you're like, "I think he's pretty normal," and I'm like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah, and it's funny that you think having my dad on your side means you're in a good place argumentatively. That's one of those things where it's like we have in my group chat, that person is B-Rod. Like if you're arguing something passionately and B-Rod's on your side, you have to start being like, oh, am I actually doing the right thing here? So that's funny.
I think your dad is a very smart man with good opinions.
Shout out to Julio. Yeah. Dad, it's been a while, man. Fucking drop a Christmas tree. Well, I don't even think he can drop emojis in the comments.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to on whatever he listens to now.
Just fucking, just say Christmas tree if you're listening to this episode. Comment Christmas tree, yo fuck.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed.
So I'm not attracted to Timothee Chalamét, so I will plead I just will not partake in this.
Yeah, that's fair. But Travis Hunter and his girlfriend.
Yeah. So also very clear, didn't know who Travis Hunter was until yesterday, but I've been seeing videos of him going all over my Twitter, and I was like, I don't know who this is. But I love a story.
Yeah. Travis Hunter, for those of you who don't know, Travis Hunter is the most recent winner of the Heisman Trophy. Which
means he's really good at football.
He's really good at college football. He plays cornerback, and he also plays wide receiver. So he plays offense and defense. He plays offense and defense.
No idea that the Heisman Trophy was a college award. I thought he was in the NFL.
No, so there you go. That's why we're here.
Because I thought O.J. Simpson won the Heisman.
I think he did, but for his exploits in college. So like Reggie Bush won the Heisman for what he did at USC, not what he did in the NFL. Heisman is the best college football player.
Didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, wow. You learn something new every day.
There you go. I love being able to teach you stuff.
Yeah.
So he just won the Heisman Trophy, and he's been going viral because I feel like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, a short amount of time before the Heisman Trophy thing, an interview surfaced with his girlfriend. I don't know if it was an interview or a tweet or a live or whatever
or something, whatever.
She basically said that Travis Hunter, when she met him, she did not think that he was her physical type.
Yeah.
And it was something that like but now he is.
Yeah.
And as soon as that quote dropped, people went to see what she looked like. They saw that she was not black, had some tattoos.
Yeah.
They basically started insinuating that she was a gold digger. Oh, he wasn't your type then, but he's your type now because he's up.
Yeah.
Because he's got clout and he's fucking gonna be rich and he's gonna be an NFL player.
Yeah.
So people were calling her a gold digger and they were really, really fucking.
She also has a money sign tattooed on her ring finger.
Which optics, very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad. I feel like the internet is always gonna jump at the chance to call a woman a gold digger or tear a woman down. But when you have a money sign tattooed on your ring finger, you are unfortunately making it easy for them. That's a pretty good catch by the internet there. That's one of those things where it's like, okay, what was she wearing? You know what I mean? Like, did she deserve what she got? No, but like, she kind of was asking for it. No, that's a joke. I'm kidding. Let me just wipe it clean. So that was happening. So people were already holding her up to a very like
under the microscope.
Under the microscope, which I thought was a little bit harsh.
Of course.
For just that quote.
Well, because also Twitter goes insane, and you also like everybody on Twitter's on their high horse. Like they have the best relationships ever and stuff like that.
It's true.
But then I saw a video.
So that was happening, and then the Heisman ceremony came around, and Travis Hunter won the Heisman, which is the biggest honor. It's one of the biggest individual honors a football player, period, can ever receive. It's a huge thing. You know what the Heisman is. You don't even watch football.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big fucking deal. And he gets it. And the first people to stand up is his coach, Deion Sanders, who I don't know if he won that, but he was a big deal. Deion Sanders gets up, and all his friends and like his mom and everybody gets up, and she's sitting down, and she had to be prompted to stand up. When he won this big award, and then she was the first person he went to, I think.
Yeah, she was.
And then he was so happy. It's a huge deal. And she was also the first person to sit down.
Yeah. So he hugs her. And then once he's done hugging her, she sits right back down and is like almost like waiting for this to be over. It feels like he says, like he hugs his whole family and Deion Sanders and everybody. And then when he's done, he goes back to his girlfriend because he's like emotional. Yeah. And I guess, you want to like cry in your girl's arms. Yeah. And she doesn't even get up.
Yeah, she didn't get up.
He just leans down and she's in the chair and she's like tapping him in the back, like,
Yeah.
And then
people didn't like that so much.
They didn't like that at all. Then there's another, I think from the same day. He's taking pictures with fans, like after the ceremony or something like that. Oh, this one
I didn't even see.
Yeah, and
I heard Shannon Sharp talk about it, but I didn't see it.
So she's like clearly annoyed that she's waiting there for him to take pictures, and then she's like, "You expect me to be here all day while you take pictures?"
Did she say that?
Yeah. So
wait. Like
it's on camera, but she's off to the side.
But like
it's not like she has a mic in her hand.
But it's confirmed. Like you read her lips.
Yeah. No, you can hear it.
No way.
Yeah.
After the Heisman.
Or
something else, something a whole different thing.
I don't know if it was the same day, but it was after the Heisman Trophy thing. I don't know if it was the same day, but he's taking pictures with. Okay. They were indoors somewhere, so like people were there to see him specifically.
Yeah. Was he in the tux?
It wasn't like they were. I don't think so. It wasn't like they were out to dinner. Yeah. Because that would be different. Yeah. Like if we're out at a restaurant and somebody it comes up and you're like, come on, we're here.
Can I take 1 second? Can I just see if it was from the same ceremony? So it was not the same event, but it was the same weekend.
Yeah.
That. Like, and we talked about this already. Yeah. I have been really trying to extend
Me too, until I saw this video.
Well, you were ready. You were kind of ready to fuck it. Oh, so you must have already seen this.
That was the first video I saw. I had been seeing people talk about this person, but I don't know who he is. Yeah. And I was like, I don't care. And like a lot of the discourse I was seeing was like, oh, what do you expect of a white woman? So I was like, oh, they're just being. So I didn't even bother. I was like, oh, but they're just being whatever because he's not with a black woman.
Yeah, but that's also like you can be a bad person without being white. I feel like we had this conversation.
We had this conversation on the Patreon.
On the Patreon, yeah, that's right. Which you should go to www.patreon.com/softlaunch for $5 a month. You can see that conversation. Great, nuanced conversation about race in this country.
Yeah. No, it's not. But anyway, come to find out, her mom is fully black, and her dad, I don't know if he's Filipino or Mexican.
Doesn't fucking matter. She's not a white woman.
She's not even white.
And babe, also, because she made a whole big response to that. Yeah. And it's like, babe, that's not the part of the allegation you should be responding to.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you being a fucking raging bitch? Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. But 100%, I did not see that video.
Yeah.
And like, cause I thought that the not my type thing, while not ideal, probably not meant with malicious intention.
Of course. I've also, I guess, I've definitely said that about people I've dated in the past. Yeah. But like I wouldn't say it publicly.
Yeah, and
or
also
to them. They didn't know that.
But what I'm saying is like while you've said something like that, or you can empathize with feeling that way. But it's a mic has never been in your face, and your person has never been a Heisman Trophy winner, to where that's going to get scrutinized.
Exactly.
So like that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, is it ideal to hear your partner say something like that, or does that need to be said? Probably not. But what people do on the internet that always loses me is they act like they could never make that mistake.
Exactly.
And that's where I'm like, guys, get real. This baby is outrageous.
If you're watching, I don't think you can see Monroe's head, but
you can see her feet.
She's just on her back right now next to me.
She's having a blast over there.
And if you're listening, you should just go on to YouTube and just see this part.
Put the mic by her, because she's probably making sounds. Does she know the mic's in her face?
She doesn't like to make sounds when I put the mic in her face.
But okay. So Travis Hunter's girlfriend said that. And then Monroe's activated. Yeah. Travis Hunter's girlfriend said that, and people were already down her throat. Like, you never say that about your man, or he's your type because he's rich. And I was like, I felt like everybody was doing too much.
Yeah.
They were doing too much, and then they compounded that. It became a physical things. Like, look at her, look at how she looks. Like, she's a fucking, she dresses like this because she's that kind of girl. And I'm like, guys, like, she said a thing that wasn't ideal, but obviously not that bad.
Yeah, and then it's
not
also
good, but not that bad.
And then it's also just like, hey guys, you're actually taking away from this dude's moment.
Yeah,
like you could just not talk about her at all.
And he also, like, Travis Hunter, I don't know much about his personality.
Yeah,
but he was speaking so highly of her, and everybody's like, yo, this bitch is a thought. She's a gold digger. And I'm like, yo, how are y'all not gonna listen to him about his woman?
Yeah,
and that's why I was like, yo, this is fucked up. Then I saw the Heisman thing, and I was like, all right, this is not great, but I thought that. Like, I heard her say something like, yo, I've gotten so much scrutiny that I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't want to take away from anything. So I'm just trying to do as little as possible. So I saw that. I'm like, not the greatest, but not a huge deal.
Of course.
Maybe she's just an awkward person that needs to be prompted. Plus, these kids are younger. I don't like it, but this new generation, you do have to prompt them for cues like that. Mm-hmm. They don't know. She's never been to a Heisman ceremony.
And also, I can imagine if she's been under scrutiny, especially that weekend specifically. Yeah. Like, I can imagine her being like, maybe I'll just sit here and it won't be a thing.
Yeah.
I get that. But then she tried to do a video to like, after to be like, hey guys, I'm not the worst.
Yeah, but also, before we even get there, I didn't even see this video of her being like, you expect me to sit here and take pictures while you take pictures? Bitch, yes. Yes, I do. Or leave and don't make a fucking scene. Are you crazy?
Crazy.
It'd be one thing if I was doing something that was outside of like the realm of what is reasonable to expect from me at this point in my life. Yeah. But I'm a football star and I'm at a meet and greet event, and it's fucking children are here.
Yeah.
There are kids here that want to take a picture of me. I'm like, I shouldn't be, but I'm some of these fucking kids' heroes.
Yeah.
It's not about you right now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be with a person like that and not play your part, but like act like what's coming with the territory is not fair.
Well, it's also like, well, this is the beginning, babe. Like, if you plan to be here for a long time, this is just the beginning. This is going to be your life. And like I said, it's not like they were out to dinner and the people came. This is an event.
He's at an event that you came to.
Yeah, you're at a meet and greet thing, and it's like, I mean, maybe they had a fight up before. Who knows? But it's just like, you can't do this.
You really can't.
But she tried to do a video after explaining herself, and I felt like she just put her foot in her mouth even more. She's like, what terrible. I meant when I said he wasn't my type. What I meant was that he DM'd me. And he had a girlfriend at the time. He had a whole girlfriend at the time, so I didn't respond to him until his relationship was over.
Because my type is not cheaters.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you even like this guy?
Yeah, like, why would you even just say that?
Like, dog, that's when I hate the fact that the internet was right, but they were, unfortunately.
They were right, unfortunately.
Because now at this point, like, what can you even say? Like, her defense of it was not, I love this man.
No.
And I'm trying to do what I like, and I'm doing what I feel like is truthful to me and like what is best for him. Now she's completely thrown him under the bus, and I know, I feel like I know what he's thinking. He's like, I'll take it because I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to protect this girl. But there's a point where it's like, dude, you're now, she's showing you that she's not a good person who's looking out for you in that way. You know what I mean? And I hate to act like I have more knowledge about their situation than they do, but like, now she's kind of just showing who she is a little bit.
But and also she tried to be like, I didn't answer because on the guise of like, I'm a girl's girl. And it's like, yeah, except you just told a girl that her man was in your DMs. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just basically came to someone as a woman publicly.
Yeah, even if you're a girl's girl, you're not your fucking man's girl.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think to a degree, you let me know if this is an unreasonable expectation. I would hope that you would be, is that here?
Yeah, that's here.
Hold on, pause. It's probably Amazon. Yeah, I'm sorry. And we're back, and it's been pointed out that I've been being too loud. I'm just getting a little passionate. I also have a lot of energy bundled up in me from the last couple of weeks of talking to you guys like I'm fucking Barry White.
Yeah.
I'm passionate. These things that get me going. And what I was saying is, on the topic of Travis Hunter and his girlfriend, I would expect you to be, because your defense was I'm a girl's girl. Not that I would expect you, but is it unreasonable for me to want you to be kind of like my girl over a girl's girl? Not that you have to have my back always, but like not to an Ariana Tom Sandoval degree, but like, is being a girl's girl more important than being my woman? Like, is that
in what sense? Like, give me a scenario.
Okay, well, like this scenario, like she's saying she's a girl's girl, but to make that point, she's throwing her actual man under the bus.
But she's also not being a girl's girl.
No, I know, but I'm saying like in the spirit of being a girl's girl, like, are you expected to throw your man under the bus?
No. Well, I think what she did was completely wrong because it's like you're kind of coming out here to be like, no, I'm this was more of a defense of like, I'm great.
Yeah.
Like this is not about you as a couple or you as his girlfriend because wouldn't know who you are besides. Yeah. It's more or less just being like, I'm the best.
Yeah.
And I think that, I think when you're trying to make a public statement, I think best to like not make either of you look bad.
100.
Or try to be like, I'm actually great, and look what he did to try to get me.
Yeah. You guys should be giving him hate. It's like he's on your team.
Yeah,
he's also been shielding you this whole time.
Yeah, he's also had your back this whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. They obviously won't end up together.
They will though. I think they're already engaged. It's like wedding coming up next. That's why he's been doing podcast. Like he did another podcast that's a good sports podcast where he was talking about 2025. They've already set a date for the wedding. Okay. And shit.
Well, what are you gonna do?
So we'll see. I'm sure she's not as bad as we think she is, but she doesn't seem very nice. No. Bud. Like this attitude, this is enough to drive me off a fucking ledge.
That's crazy.
Making a scene while I'm doing something. First of all, I'm at work.
Yeah.
Like that's first and foremost. And I'm also not doing anything ridiculous. And I'm not being disrespectful. If you're not able to not have it be about you, then you can't be with this person.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like that rings true for everybody.
For everybody.
But definitely with a person who lives in the limelight.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody who has such glowing things to say about you.
Mm-hmm. It's just kind of weird. And then it's also the fucking ring finger thing is crazy. And it's also just like, how old is she? What, 21?
Yeah, she's probably a baby.
And it's like, what did you have such a bad experience with men that you're like, I'm married to money? It's like, coordinate.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, it's also like, to be fair, the craziest women I know have gotten tattoos as a young age on their ring finger, being like, "This is what this is my life forever," and then they all have gotten it removed, or like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, to me, I'm like, this girl is just so young-minded, and like
which I get.
You see that on her, and you're like, sure, you know what I mean? What do you have, titty tattoos too? I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah, it's what it is. A couple paws. We're just a couple pals having a good time. That's a good fucking chocolate chip pancake right there.
Yeah,
and but no, I feel like she's probably gonna grow up to be a different person, different type of person. But like, this is a very like I fought so hard in my life to not be the guy that's like, yo, fucking, I hate women like this. But like, this is not an ideal partner.
No, this is not an ideal partner. But
this is somebody she's not having your back. And what you like, if you're getting flamed in the press about not being a supportive partner, being with your man for money, being white and being what's the other one? And not liking women for whatever. If the first two allegations you respond to is like, actually, I'm not white and I love women. It's like, baby, the things that you were getting flamed for were way worse than that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or like a gold digger. Like, you didn't say anything about that. Or the first thing you said is, hey, not white. I'm like, bitch, that can't be number one.
That can't be number one.
The fact that you think that's number one, you are not screwed in.
You're not screwed in at all. It's just kind of annoying. It's just, but this is the same situation for me that was like the Kiki Palmer situation with her man. Like, like you didn't like something she did, and then you went on the internet like, but you a mom though. And it's like, have this conversation about, what are you doing? Yeah,
this is
you have to always have your partner's back, I think, in public.
Yeah.
But whatever. By next week, I won't even know who these people are anymore.
It's going to be one of those things where, Travis Hunter probably at the age where people are trying to pull him away from this girl. He's just going to date her even harder now.
Of course.
And they're going to get married, and maybe they'll make it, maybe they won't. Who knows what their life's going to be like. But I think what we can comfortably conclude is that his girlfriend right now is probably on her fucking period. Acting like a fucking bitch. Are you kidding me? It's fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely insane.
I hate that. Oh my God. I didn't expect to have that strong of an opinion. Video
me either.
Fucking ruined my day. But I want to talk about one more thing that you showed me Maybe we'll post the video in the pod or in the clip, or if we do it, the TikTok do your job culture. Yeah. This is a good thing to talk about, and I think that's the last thing that I have. Maybe I have one more thing.
Yeah.
But so Samantha showed me a video today and we'll insert it here. TikTok, do your job, please. I love her. TikTok, do your job. And the video is basically this guy at a concert with his friend standing next to a woman and her friend.
Yeah.
And he's doing a selfie front-facing video. And he's like, yo, I'm in love with this girl.
Yeah.
Yo, she's so bad. Like, yo, TikTok, do your thing.
Yeah, do
Find
your
out
job,
who this is.
TikTok,
do your
TikTok.
job. Yeah, and it's like, buddy, fucking do their job and tap her on the shoulder.
Yeah, she's 2 people away from you.
Oh, my God.
It's so weird. And
that was crazy. That was like that felt like a case study on modern humanity.
It was insane, and I'm like, buddy, if you don't go over there and talk to her and be and say an inappropriate thing so she can never talk to you again, just do it in person.
Fuck it up like men used to do.
Yeah,
when men were men.
When men were men,
buddy, get off your phone and sexually harass this bitch.
You understand? Yeah. It's like, buddy, go over there and say all the wrong things.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Don't make TikTok get involved. Now we've got to put you guys together. Now we got to find out in a week that you just stunk.
Yeah, don't make me an accomplice to this.
Yeah, and now she's going to do a video like story time. I just don't want to hear it.
Facts.
That's exactly what's going to happen. She'll be putting on her makeup like story time. So I went on the date with the guy from the thing.
Yeah.
And then he's going to end up being a nightmare when we could have just crossed that bridge immediately.
Yeah, we could have cut out a million middlemen and just put our foot in our mouth like we're supposed to.
Like you were supposed to, right there in person. I was watching that video. I'm like, is there a bigger ick than a what? Because she also looks over.
Yeah, she sees what's happening.
Yeah, and then mind you, it's him and his boy.
Yeah.
Both talking about the same girl.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, like together. Yo, TikTok, do your job. And I'm like, guys, just kiss.
Yeah.
Why? What are we doing? Why are you both making this video? It's so weird. Also, like, is there a better location to try to talk to somebody than at a concert where you can be like, yo, I love this. Or like,
yeah, you have such a big common shared interest. Natural conversation. What's your favorite song?
Yeah.
Even if it's like, because I get it. It's tough to approach a woman for sure. But like, back in my day, like, we weren't scared to talk to women. Back in my day, we gathered up all the courage we had. We took a deep breath, patted ourselves on our chest, and asked our friend to go talk to that girl for us.
Exactly.
That's what we did. Well, we told our friend to go over there and be like, yo, my friend thinks you're cute. Yeah. And then we'd be standing there, 2 hands in the pockets, just a chill guy.
Yeah, just a chill guy. Yeah. Just a king of queens guy. With his hands in his pocket. Yeah.
It's just, that's when men were men.
That's when men were men.
We used to be pussies like real men.
Yeah. See, back in my day, a little different.
Let them know.
Back in my day, you worked up all your courage. You waited until about midnight.
Yeah.
And you went on Facebook and you poked them. You understand?
Right in the fucking ribcage.
You fucking poked them.
You poked them in the solar plexus.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's back in my day.
That's it. We were different, though. Different generation. These Gen Zers, man, they don't know how good they
could never poke somebody.
Yeah, we had to stalk them for real. Back in my day and my father's day, we had to fucking sneak a fucking lock of her hair off and take it to our friend down at the department. Run it through the database. Yeah.
Yeah, or if you were Puerto Rican like me, you took some hair and you did a little voodoo so they fall in love with you. Yeah, back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day, the women did Santeria like real fucking witches. Everybody wants to be a bad bitch. Nobody wants to be a real witch.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's such a crazy disconnect to watch because like, I get it, dog. It's creepy. I feel I would never approach a woman in public. Like, if I saw a girl that was pretty at a concert, that's just what I saw. Like,
really?
I got to see J.Cole and this pretty girl.
You wouldn't like make eye contact or something?
Maybe, but like out of the blue, no context, like maybe I would try to like get around while the song's going on and like rap the song with her or something like that. I would, anything to not do, hey, I think you're really pretty.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At this concert, it's almost the best way to do it.
Exactly.
To just be like, yo.
It's got to be bud switch spots with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to try to mosh this way a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
Talk about whatever song is out. Like, if she seems hype about a song, like, yo, it's my favorite song. Yeah. Like, try to have some type of, you know what I mean? And if she gives you nothing, that's because she doesn't like you, and then you move on.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, I was a big, like, if I saw a girl, like, on campus that I knew of, that I thought was pretty, like, I might not say nothing to her, but like I'll find her on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
and like start a conversation that way because that made me more comfortable.
100%.
But like even in that, I still like, even the bar has gotten so low that even sending a fire emoji would have been better than what you did.
Yeah.
And like
do your job.
It's like, bro,
ew.
You're fucking embarrassing. Like that's like you're giving up immediately. You didn't even think to try. You didn't even think to fail.
Yeah.
It's like, bud, like I get it, but like, or if you're gonna do that, like you got to go on the other side of the arena, take a picture from her from afar, and I think she would have thought that might have been cute.
Yeah, being closer is the creepiest thing.
She can hear you.
Yeah,
she's looking over. She's looking at the camera like.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So weird, bro.
It was so weird. I hated that. Yeah, there's really not a video I think I've hated more in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, motherfuckers got to grow up. That was a night so boom. That could have been a night so boomer.
Yeah, it could have been.
New fucking generation in that fucking thing. But speaking of concerts, the last thing that I do want to talk about, that'll probably make you happy. As per our conversation earlier today, sometimes I just need time to digest things.
Yeah.
But J.Cole performed at Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
And he sold it out.
Yeah, of course he did.
He's the fucking man. And the concert, all the videos coming out from it look fucking awesome.
I know. I wish he would have went.
They look super cool. And like, Cole, I've seen him like almost 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I think he's a great performer. On the mic, like in between songs, he's funny. He's loose. He's like very genuine, which is all the things that made me like love him in the first place. And like he's just ending the year on such a high note that makes me so proud. And like it just takes me back to the episode that we had where I was so disappointed in the way that he took himself out of the rap beef after being in it. Like, and you were one of the first people to be like, this kind of tracks with everything that he's about.
Yeah.
And, I like to take this opportunity to say that you were right. And I know you were right. And I like to feel like even at the time I knew you were right. And I want to maybe go back and check that episode. And I feel like I said that I know you're right. But it's one of those things where I was so emotionally invested because people don't understand, like being J. Cole is awesome and being a fan is cool, but it is not easy to be a traditional hip hop fan and a J. Cole fan in the braggadocious sense. Mm-hmm. Like my favorite rapper's Kendrick and he thinks your favorite rapper's a fucking loser. It's like, well, my favorite rapper's Drake and he makes the best songs ever. My favorite rapper is J. Cole and he apologized. And he apologized and he's holding space for Defying Gravity.
You understand?
And that's a good thing and it's true.
J. Cole
and
went
it's important.
On
It's true. It's a good thing that he does and it's important, but it's not easy to brag about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Finger.
Got a hair on it?
Just want to hold space. I just want to hold your finger.
Wow, that's exactly what I wanted it to do. No. But yeah, it's like all the things that he does great are important and they're why I love him. But sometimes it's like playing show and tell or like having a parent. It's like, my dad's a fucking, like my dad drives a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
My dad has a fucking $1 million. Yeah, well, my dad makes us chocolate chip pancakes and he's not my biological father. You know what I mean? Like these things, they're important and they're good, but they're not sexy.
Yeah.
And selfishly as a rap fan, when I saw Cole had the opportunity to prove that on the microphone, I'm the best.
Sexy.
He could be sexy and I could be I could think maybe 15 years that I poured my life into this guy and I finally get it in a way where I can brag to my friends like, guess we're not so emotional now.
Yeah.
Guess it's not boring music now, is it?
Yeah.
He's kind of better than everybody.
Yeah.
But he just didn't give me that thing that selfishly that I wanted.
Yeah.
And then he goes at Madison Square Garden. He shows the thing that and this is why I love him.
Yeah.
He shows the thing that I wanted wasn't something I should have been craving this whole time. What I wanted should have been to accept myself and like be cool with being a J. Cole fan and being proud to be a J. Cole fan, even though it's not always the sexiest thing. Yeah. Because life is not about those sexy things.
It doesn't matter.
It's about who you are and what's real. Yeah.
Not everybody has to be wearing panty and be hot.
It's true.
Yeah.
And Cole has always known that. Or even if he had moments where he doesn't know if that's true or not, that's always what he comes back to.
Yeah.
And those are always the parts of his music that make me the most happy to be connected to him. And that's always what I've gravitated towards. And it was hard for me to accept it. And seeing him at Madison Square Garden do like Love Yours and like play his old shit and end on fucking Note to Self, which is one of my favorite songs. It's like, dog, this is really, he's preached about the death of ego his whole career and he's practicing it.
Yeah.
Because arguably there's not a time where he's been more embarrassed. Or where people have been more, it's been easy. And then he just goes, turns around, sells out Madison Square Garden, delivers a great performance, and like reminds the people that are there for him, and like, this is all that matters to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, because that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah. I saw a whole thing today on Twitter just being like, that's how you know Twitter is not real, because this dude 100%. Sold out Madison Square Garden quickly. To, it's just what it is.
People will hate, people will say, oh, he had to give away 2,000 tickets for $1 to do it. Like, buddy, if you don't think that he held those 2014 tickets to do this fucking cool thing that he's been doing his whole career, you're fucking mistaken.
Yeah, you're mistaken. It's just so stupid. It's also like we know there are people that love you, but they're silent about it. Yeah. And also, most of the time, people that are sane are not on the internet being like, and this is why. Yep. You know, like he's great because what is understood. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't need to be explained.
Exactly.
And it's just 100%. Like if you know what I'm saying. I have plenty of people that I like.
100%.
That they've gone through, for instance, and obviously I think, Justin Timberlake, I like him.
Yeah.
And people will shit on him, and I'm never in the comments being like, actually, he's great.
Yeah.
Because I'm not crazy.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
I'm going to like him privately, and if, I wanted to buy tickets to his show, it was just too expensive.
Yeah.
But people are, you know what I'm saying? Your fans are going to be there. They're going to come support you. It doesn't matter what fucking Twitter or social media says, which is a good place to kind of like circle back for us, because social media doesn't matter.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think this whole experience, these last couple of months, I'm honestly so happy and thrilled, and that I've chosen J. Cole as my favorite rapper, like in my life, that he could still teach me new things at this old age, and that I could still learn. And it's, I think that's given me the confidence to say that no matter what happens, I will always be, no matter what they say about this guy, and I learned this from Cole, I'll always I'm kidding. That was a joke. I couldn't resist it. It was right there. I'm just joking. But I do love J. Cole, and I would like to apologize for the attitude I gave you earlier today and a couple months ago when you said what you said. But to be fair, I didn't like your tone.
Yeah.
Didn't like your tone.
But I feel like I didn't really know J. Cole before you. Yeah. Like, you've put me on, so I feel like he's also teaching me that I'm always right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I want to fold clothes for you.
Yeah.
I want to make you feel good. You don't even know that song.
Yes, you do.
Oh, do you?
You told me that. Yeah, you told me that song reminds you of me.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I was just, okay.
So I do know the song.
Yeah.
But I did learn that I'm always right, and I know J. Cole better than you do.
Yeah.
So it's just what it is, because I knew when he did that, I was like, this is kind of who he is.
Yeah, and then I told you. It was like being a parent, like it's like being Dee Dee and Eric watching Grayson not play the song right the first time. It's like, hey, buddy, to other people who are just here, it's impressive what you're doing. But I'm going to put the ice cream away if you don't start playing the right notes.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. That's how I feel with J. Cole.
Call Kendrick a pussy.
Yo, for real. Because that's what I want you to do.
And he's just on stage like, y'all got love for Kendrick because I got love for Kendrick.
I know. And that's all it is. That's all it is I wanted things selfishly for my ego to brag.
Yeah.
But like what made me love him is exactly what he did.
But it's also what I thought was being missed amongst you rap fans.
Yeah.
Was like, if he was viewed as like this corny guy, Kendrick would have come at him and been like, this guy fucking took back his disc because he's a pussy, whatever. But
you're right.
And he didn't, because he respected it too.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was watching, I'm like, everyone's making a big deal. Kendrick doesn't even. Yeah. Kendrick had such a huge opportunity
100%.
to kick him when he was down. But Kendrick's also kind of a little bit like that too.
No, and I get it. But you see, Kendrick's actually fucking crazy. He called Drake a pedophile, and it's gone viral. And Drake, I think you're doing the right thing with this lawsuit. Just kidding.
I
stand with Andrew Schultz. No, I don't.
No. One thing about Drake is he's just a white kid. He's like, I'll see you in court. Yeah. Well, you'll be hearing from my lawyer, sir.
100%.
Yeah. And he was black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's telling his lawyer. He's like, I feel threatened. I feel threatened by this black man.
I didn't feel safe for my life, and if we were that's out.
Yeah, that's out.
But it was good.
Yeah, what do you have? No.
Holy shit,
sir!
Fuck me,
and that's out.
Literally, fuck me. And it can never be in.
Yeah,
but that's just good comedy. And honest, sometimes it's just not. I just love when you remind me that you could do that.
Yeah. And then I immediately feel so much guilt coming over me that I'm gonna pray it when I'm done. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna fucking keep your likes at about 60. Just kidding, baby. That's a joke. That was too soon. I know. But we were in a place. Aaron Burke or Steenberg, we're back. But I say that to say, you see how toxic Twitter was with J. Cole, and why they were shitting on him even harder. And it's like, it's been like that my whole life.
Yeah, it must be so hard for you.
No. And but do you see like that? Those are the people that I wanted to shut up and like, Cole showed them.
Yeah.
But those are not the people that, like, you can't make those people happy, which is ultimately the truth.
And they were likely, and they were likely at the concert last night too, because people just do everything for engagement.
Yeah, but it was just one of those things where, like, that's why I was upset, because, like, I want those people to shut up, and they're making fun of my friend.
Yeah, making fun of my guy.
But they were right. They were wrong. My baby was right, as per usual. And I think we're gonna leave it right there. Okay, we're gonna do a nice special Christmas episode for you next week. Might drop it a day early.
Yeah.
No, let's commit to that. Our next week's episode, we'll tell you guys now, because we usually never tell you when we get the schedule. We'll let you guys know now.
It's gonna be early.
It's gonna be early. We're gonna drop it on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a nice special Christmas Eve episode. It's actually gonna be a lot of fun.
It is.
That we're doing that, and it's gonna be a nice.
And maybe a coquito episode. Maybe we'll get a little drunky. We haven't done a drunk episode in so long.
I would love to do a coquito episode. And for your coquito needs, go to Coquito.
Yeah, Coquito on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll put it in the link.
My brother sells it, and then we also got, because we were gonna do a Night So Boomer about like holiday pet peeves. We're gonna save it till next week. Yeah. But someone did mention something about like they can't have coquito because there's dairy in it. My brother makes vegan as well.
Facts.
So if you can't have dairy, my brother's got you.
Yes, the link will be
and it has regular as well.
Yes, the link will be in the description for the episode. So go to them for your coquito. And also, if you have holiday pet peeves, put them in the comments of this episode.
Yeah, we want to know.
So we could talk about them next episode, and that would be a good cheat code for us to do engagement. Which, thank you guys, the silent listeners.
Thank you so much to silent listeners.
And my dog Andy, Emily Ward, a bunch of funny people.
A bunch of funny people in the comments, as always. Obviously, Maria Maverick.
I think Melvin.
Melvin wrote in the things. He said he wrote a comment so he wouldn't get fined.
Yep.
And sir, you were gonna get that fine through email.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody was so good. We did, however, get Rosanna, who said we were number one her Spotify Wrapped. I do want to just shout out everybody. Chickens commented that he just discovered us, or she just discovered us. So shout out to them. We really do appreciate when we ask you guys to comment, and you guys do. So we really
makes our fucking week.
It makes our whole week. Andy with an absolute gem with that fucking,
so funny,
just so perfect. But I do want to shout out somebody. I'm sorry, it's taking me a little bit to find it. Yeah, but someone made a funny comment, and I thought I gave them a funny comment back, but I think they might have taken it seriously. So I do want to say it was Jay Murda.
Shout out to Jay Murda.
No, that wasn't him.
No, fuck you,
sorry.
Jay Murda.
Sorry. I'm just trying to find it here. Great episode. Flix VBN commented, great episode. Why is the camera frame angle so high? You should lower it. And I said, you should lower your tone. You understand. Yeah. And then they just deleted their comment. Yeah. So I think they think I was mad at them. I thought it was really funny. And I don't know. I maybe thought I lowered the angle today.
I told you to say great note, but lower your tone. But you didn't tell him it was a great note. That's why I took it seriously.
But I said, you understand.
Yeah.
Everyone knows when I said you understand. You understand.
It's just what it is. Thank you guys so much for commenting, and thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Soft Launch Podcast. This was a lot of fun. This was like probably the most fun I feel like I've had in the new apartment.
Oh, really?
We've had fun, but like this was mad fun. This was actually the Luigi shit was mad fun. But so was this one. Thank you guys so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Fucking come to the In Rhythm live show on the 29th of December. The link for that will be in the bio. Fucking just keep supporting us, man. Come to Patreon, $5, become a super softie, www.patreon.com/softlaunch. And fucking, we love you guys. You got anything you want to say, baby?
That's it. I'll be in a great mood the next 2 weeks because I'm off.
Yeah, that's right. So you're going to get a fucking drunk episode next week. Yeah. We're going to be drinking some coquito. We're going to be talking about Christmas. So give us your Christmas thoughts, your Christmas pet peeves, your holiday season stuff. And we love you guys, man. I've been Jason Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
Catch you next time. Peace.